Welcome back to your weekend wealth review. I'm your financial consultant, bringing you clarity for your capital. You spent years grinding at past jobs, and somewhere out there, a former employer is still holding on to your money. Millions of people leave their old retirement accounts behind when they change jobs. They forget about them entirely. And that forgetfulness is costing them dearly. Let us look at what is actually happening to those abandoned funds right now. Data from the Government Accountability Office shows an astonishing reality. By 2021, Americans had left behind over 24 million abandoned or forgotten retirement accounts. 24 million. Think about the sheer volume of capital sitting idle in limbo. These are not pennies either. We are talking about billions of dollars of retirement savings completely detached from their owners. You might think your old money is just sitting there safely, quietly tracking the S&P 500. But you would be wrong. When you leave a company, your old 401k does not just freeze in time. Unless you take active control, it enters the twilight zone of corporate plan administration. The plan provider keeps charging fees. They do not send you a nice little reminder bill in the mail. Instead, they quietly deduct those fees directly from your remaining balance. Month after month. Quarter after quarter. You log into your current dashboard, check your new portfolio, and completely forget about the ghost accounts haunting your past. Let us talk numbers because the fee structure on abandoned accounts is predatory by design. The average forgotten 401k charges hidden administrative and management fees ranging from 0.5% to upwards of 2% annually. 2%. On an active account you monitor daily, you might tolerate a fee if the performance justifies it. But on a forgotten account where no one is even checking the fund selection or asset allocation, paying 2% a year is highway robbery. It is a slow leak in your hull. Most people brush off a 1% or 2% fee as negligible. They think, how much damage can a tiny percentage really do over a few years? But wealth accumulation is a game of compounding. And fees compound too. Just in the wrong direction. Let me walk you through the math. A 1% fee on a $50,000 forgotten balance compounds to a loss of over $30,000 over a 30-year career horizon. Read that number again. $30,000 vaporized. Not lost to market crashes. Just paid out in invisible administrative overhead. That is $30,000 that could have stayed invested, compounding in your favor, buying dividend-paying equities or low-cost index funds. Instead, it funded record-keeping software licenses and third-party trustee salaries for a company you left a decade ago. It makes my stomach turn just thinking about it. Your hard-earned capital is subsidizing corporate bureaucracy. And the worst part is, it is entirely preventable. You do not have to leave your money at the mercy of your former HR department. The fix is straightforward, but it requires a bit of weekend discipline. You need to hunt down every single stray retirement account from every past job you have ever held. Pull out your old W-2 forms, dig through your digital inbox for old statements, or call your previous employer's human resources departments. Track down the plan administrators and the account numbers. Get a complete picture of your financial footprint across past employment history. Once you see the full battlefield, you can start executing your rescue mission. Once you have located those stray accounts, your primary objective is consolidation. You want to gather all those fragmented pieces and bring them under one roof. Consolidating old accounts into a single rollover IRA at a reputable low-cost custodian like Vanguard or Fidelity changes the game completely. It eliminates redundant fund fees, simplifies your tax reporting, and gives you total control over your investment choices. No more middleman. No more hidden record-keeping fees eating your returns. When you execute a direct rollover, the funds move custodian to custodian without ever touching your personal bank account. This is critical. If a check is mailed directly to you, the IRS might view it as a taxable distribution, triggering a massive headache and potential penalties. Always request a direct trustee-to-trustee transfer. Your old provider sends the funds straight to your new custodian. The money stays tax-deferred, your compounding engine stays intact, and you instantly slash your overhead costs to near zero. Now, once that money lands safely inside your new rollover IRA, do not just let it sit in a default cash sweep option earning 0.01%. You need to allocate it intentionally. Pick a low-cost total market index fund or a target date fund that matches your actual timeline. Match your risk tolerance to reality. Most people leave their old accounts parked in conservative stable value funds that barely beat inflation because they forgot to select a proper portfolio mix. Let us take a step back and look at the bigger picture we have built over these past 7 weeks. We cut out micro-savings distractions. We optimized housing and transportation. We navigated tax traps like Roth conversions, sidestepped high-interest debt, replaced bad cash savings with treasury bills, and managed equity compensation. And now, we have stopped the silent bleeding of hidden 401k fees. You are building a fortress around your net worth. Every single leak is getting plugged. Before we wrap up today, we need to address a dangerous assumption you might be making about those accounts you just consolidated. Moving your money into a rollover IRA solves the administrative fee problem, but it creates a brand new puzzle. Are the specific investments sitting inside those accounts actually aligned with your risk tolerance, or are you still taking on too much beta because you set your allocations 10 years ago and walked away? Stay disciplined, protect your downside, and I'll see you next Saturday.